What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com. Today I'm bringing you guys my full review of the ZTE Blade X Max from Cricket and ZTE. Huge shout out to ZTE for sending this guy out, and also a giveaway phone sponsoring this video so that I can give you guys one of these. Stay tuned to the very end of the video. I will announce the winner of the unopened Cricket ZTE Blade X Max. I'll be shipping this out later this week to the winner. So I talked a little bit about some of the features of the phone in my unboxing and also in my follow-up video after using it for a couple weeks. So today I just want to concentrate on the things that I didn't get to fully touch on there. Again, the build quality here is pretty good. It's held up well without a case. I've been using without a case. For a $150 phone or $99 on contract, you really can't beat it. I think the blue looks really nice. Fingerprint scanner on the back is lightning fast. It's just as fast as the rear mounted scanners on things like the LG V20 and the Pixel. I haven't had very many problems with it recognizing my fingerprint. It's been very good. You do have USB Type-C here on the bottom, which is really nice to see on a budget offering like this from ZTE and Cricket. So we're finally getting into that ubiquity of the USB Type-C connector. Little Cricket and ZTE branding on the back. You do have just a speaker down here at the bottom. The speaker is not the greatest on this particular device. It's a little bit distorted at high volumes, but you're not going to expect to get the highest quality speakers at this price point. It's definitely passable for watching media and playing games. The display is one of the best aspects of this particular phone. You've got a 1080p display, 6-inch 1080p display, very big, very nice canvas for playing games and watching media. I really enjoyed it. I think the colors look nice and the viewing angles for the price. The brightness is passable. It's not going to compete flagship level, but I'm still able to see it for the most part indoors very well. Outdoors here in Arizona, you struggle a little bit with it, but it's not too bad. If you get into some shade, you can see the screen pretty well. The performance on the phone has been very good. The software overall is very clean. I mentioned in my unboxing, one of the huge selling points of this phone is you've got Android 7.1.1. That's on a phone that's $150. The Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus cost $800, $850, and they launched with Android 7.0. Here you get 7.1.1, so you definitely have an up-to-date software experience out of the box. I was very impressed with that overall. Also, not too much lag. I mean, the only place where I saw some issues, and I mentioned in my original video when I did the 2 weeks impressions, was playing some games like Magikarp Jump. If you play it for a long time, maybe 30-40 minutes, you do notice a little bit of lag, and then eventually a couple times when I was playing Magikarp Jump, the phone actually sort of locked up, and then I had to restart the game completely by going in and clearing the apps out of there. So you do have a Snapdragon 435 along with 2 gigs of RAM. It definitely handles everyday tasks very well. There's not too much lag when you're just navigating around the UI. It's very good. So if you're just doing daily tasks, you're not going to have a problem. The main issues come in where you try to do heavy gaming or watching sort of, high definition video or streaming things like Netflix. You might notice a few problems there. The next thing is the battery life. The battery life has been very impressive on this phone. Overall, I've been able to get about 5 to 6.5 hours screen on time, depending on what I'm doing with it. I've been leaving it in standby a little bit on this last charge because I've had so many other phones come in. But overall, the battery has been very impressive. There's no complaints on that whatsoever. You do get 32 gigabytes of storage on board, and that, of course, you can expand using a SD card. So no problem there, up to 256 gigabyte SD card expansion. So you have plenty of room to store media and things like that. The camera is the one spot where a lot of people wanted me to investigate, and that's the thing that I wanted to look at a little more after my 2-week impressions. I did take a lot of other shots, mainly indoors under low light and also outdoors, just comparing to some of my other phones. And overall, the camera is good if you have good lighting. Even indoors, you notice some of these shots are pretty good. But if you get into low light scenarios, like for instance this one, you'll notice that the camera is not going to give you as much detail, especially when you zoom in on some of these shots. You get a little bit of fringing, a little bit of blurriness, a little bit of noise around the edges, which you would expect from a camera at this price point. Overall, this camera makes a great phone for kids or, a backup phone for you because you can get passable shots in good lighting. It's just not going to be the best low light camera in the world. So overall, I would say the front facing and the rear camera are definitely passable and they're good for a phone of this price point. You're definitely able to take pictures at a reasonable level, especially if you have some good lighting. You're not going to have any problems whatsoever. So overall, I was very impressed with the phone. And another thing I was super impressed with, using this on my vacation on the Cricket service that they provided for me, I was super impressed with the LTE coverage in Pittsburgh, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. So if you haven't given Cricket a look yet, I highly recommend giving them a shot. I might even pick up a SIM and use it in some of my phones because I have a T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon SIM. But Cricket was actually competitive with their LTE speeds and their coverage in those three cities that I talked about, Pittsburgh, Phoenix, and Las Vegas. All right, so that's my full review of the ZTE Blade X Max. I highly recommend it as a secondary phone or a phone for, an older relative or a young kid that you want to get their first phone. It's a great phone for that, or a backup phone for you. Let me go ahead and do the giveaway really quick. The giveaway winner, which I selected randomly earlier, it is going to be Karen right there. There's her comment on the previous video for the giveaway. So Karen Legrand, go ahead and get in touch with me. I'll message you also on YouTube so that you know that you did win the Blade X Max. This is an unopened one, so it's the second one they sent me out. That one will go out to you, and I'll try to get that out later this week. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content so I can make future videos and giveaways like this. I appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.